Were you guys just talking about Charity? I was just gonna drop this stuff off and run over and see her.
I'll go with you, Mrs. Bennett.
But, Mom, what good is it going to do to be there if she's still sleeping?
You know, Kay is right. And there's nothing that you or Miguel can do tonight for Charity. And the longer that she sleeps, the better chance she has of getting her memory back.
And that's what we're all praying for.
Definitely.
You look so beautiful, Ivy.
Thank you, Sam. We gotta go before somebody sees us.
Hello, Sam. Anybody home?
I'm sorry, honey.
You were a million miles away. What were you thinking of?
Oh, nothing. Nothing. Shouldn't we start unpacking these boxes?
Yeah.
You're not donating this, are you? I love you in this dress.
You mean you loved me in this dress? I haven't worn it in years. It doesn't look good on me anymore. Besides, it really pales compared to Ivy's dresses.
Not with you, honey. You know, you get more and more beautiful every single day.
Every day.
I thought this was our nice box. Must be another one of Tabitha's weird donations.
Oh, this is our box, Kay. And I'll have you know that I was voted the coolest guy in my senior class when I used to wear these.
Coolest guy? Dad, you didn't wear those in public. You think that's bad? Look what my dad wore.
This was the hippest thing in my closet back in those days.
Tell me you're making this up.
You know what, sweetheart? I can't help it if you don't dig the scene. Right, Sammy? Let's show him something.
I don't know. Maybe it's better I didn't meet you until after that phase, Sam.
Did you have a girlfriend back then, Dad? I bet you had lots.
You know, that sign is crooked. I'm gonna go fix it.
Sammy?
Hey.
We've been tight since high school, right?
You see, if you're one of my bell bottoms, man, that's all you had to do is ask.
That's not what I was going to say. We know just about everything there is to know about each other, right?
Yeah.
And I've always stayed clear of certain parts of your life you never want to talk about, like Ivy Crane. Hey, wait a minute, okay, all right? Please, just hear me out. Ever since you moved back here to Harmony with Grace, you have stayed clear of the Cranes. You won't even go to the same functions that you think they're going to be at, especially Ivy Crane.
TC, I think you missed your calling, man. You should have been a spy.
Sam, I wasn't looking for any information, but you gave it to me on just how you reacted right now. But don't worry about it, okay? I don't think anybody else picked up on it.
Do you mind telling me why you're bringing this up now?
Sammy, I never asked you about your past or about Ivy Crane. Just like you never asked me about certain things in my life. I respect that.
What's your point, TC?
My point is, Sam, that you're the chief of police now. And you can't duck and hide from any public functions you want to go to or not go to. You're going to see the Cranes, Julian and Ivy. And all I'm saying is, I'm here for you, buddy. If you ever want to talk about anything, you know where to find me.
Thanks, TC. But I don't have anything to say about Ivy Crane. She and all the other Cranes are out of my life for good.
Just so you know, I never said a word about you or Ivy to anyone. Not even Eve. But it's not the first secret I've kept from my wife. So I take it that Grace doesn't know anything.
There's nothing for her to know. Not anymore. Look, I gotta get some more stuff out of the car. Well, this is it for the donations. Cute. Well, I don't see any reason for us to stick around, Grace.
Sam, we can't leave now. The Cranes are here, and I am dying to meet Ivy. And you know her, don't you?
Know her?
Yeah, from when you had to go to the mansion for your meeting with Julian Crane.
Oh. Yeah.
I mean, what I wouldn't give for a formal introduction to Ivy Crane. Well, instead of just being a face in the crowd.
Looks like you're about to get your wish, Grace.
Julian.
Please, Chief Bennett and his lovely wife are the ones we can thank for this splendid turnout.
Well, thank you, Mr. Mayor, but I can't give me any credit. My wife is the one who did all the work. Grace, this is Ivy Crane.
So, you're Sam's wife.
I didn't mean to be so familiar, Chief Bennett. I only called your husband by his first name because he was so nice when he was at our house the other night.
Well, I'm sure Sam doesn't mind. Do you, honey?
Of course not. There's no reason why we all shouldn't be on a first-name basis.
Wonderful. I couldn't agree more. Don't you, Julian?
Certainly.
By the way, those hats look much better on you two than they ever did on me.
I forgot I had this on.
So did I. But thank you for your generous donations, Mrs. Ivy.
Well, it's the very least I could do. Grace, I was very sorry to hear about the tragic fire at your sister's house in Castleton. How's your niece doing?
It's slow going, but she's coming along. Thank you.
I'm glad to hear it. Grace, I was wondering if you had some time, could you show me around? I should know where everything is, but I'm afraid I've been remiss as your co-chair.
No, not at all. I would love to give you a tour. Why don't we start in the other room?
Wonderful.
I think this is going to be our biggest year ever.
Ladies, I need to borrow my wife. I seem to have mixed up a couple of boxes.
Will we excuse us, Ivy?
Of course.